What is going on, players? And welcome back to the Director of Football Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays, on FM21. Today we're going to have a look to see what our new house is going to look like in Angers. Because, as you can see, I was living in a hotel in the greater Manchester area, not too far from the DW Stadium. But now that we've moved to France, I don't really want to be driving for almost 12 hours. So we've decided that we're going to move house. And I've used as Lelujo always uses, the Halifax mortgage calculator. And as you know, as is the case, there is other ones available. This is just what I find to be the easiest to use as well. So we can borrow up to £3.25 million. So that's what we're doing. We're borrowing 3.25 million. Unfortunately, in the Angers area, there isn't actually a huge amount of properties that are in that price range. So this is the one we're going for. It's an old carpentry rehabilitated into an exceptional loft. So nice little outdoor area looking over some people's houses. Nice little view of the area around us. Quite a nice little sitting room. It's very black and white. I like it. I like the stairs up here as well. It's quite elegant looking. I'm a big fan of this sitting room. I'm not sure about this table or the rug, but you know, these are all things that I could just put my own little spin on it. A nice little garden for any of the players that I get along with. As it is right now, I don't get along with any of them, so none of them will be coming over. But we have a nice little area here that we can have, you know, team meetings, team bonding. You know, get everyone involved, get everyone on side. Nice bedroom here with a TV built into the wall. Going into, guessing that's a bathroom, maybe. And a little balcony as well. This house is really nice. Then we have our dining room, and you can see into the kitchen. Is there a picture of the kitchen? There isn't. We're back into the sitting room, which I didn't realize there's a very small lamp there with some grass up on the wall. It's just a different angle of the garden. It's actually quite a nice garden, to be fair. I quite like it. Another picture of the dining room. Kitchen, again, don't really get to see much of the kitchen. Oh, there we go. Here's the kitchen. I could actually just see the previews down here, but you know, that'd be smart. I like the wall. The exposed brick. It's quite nice. I know probably will be actually, because it says it's rehabilitated into a loft. Nice view from the sitting room into the garden with the stairs going up above. Get a Mac and a glass table with the house. It's quite nice. And then the view on the stairs with another stairs going up. Just another shot of the main bedroom. And then ooh, that's a nice bathroom. I quite like, look the size of that shower head. Oh, I'd love to shower in that massive towel rack. Jesus. Somewhere to put all my suits. You know, football manager. I wear suits all the time. A spare bedroom with a funky chair. A massive rad on the wall. That is insane. And then a shot from the top down. It's quite a nice open plan sitting area. Kind of like this one. And I'm guessing these are just the same pictures again. Yeah. Okay, so that's everything. So it's a 1.5 million. So we're going to spend half of our money, but it does mean that we are 24 minutes away from the stadium. That is ideal. Like, you cannot complain about being 24 minutes away. That is fantastic. And we're not traveling for almost 12 hours like we would if we decided to stay in our hotel. But we are making a nice amount of money. As you can see, 12,500 You know, it's what you want. That is a decent chunk of change. So, you know, more than happy to do the job. You know, I live in the fancy house. I know. I suppose some of us, one of us has to. You know, some of us have to live in fancy houses. It's just unfortunate. So we're going into our first game of the season. We're going to play the one game today against Dijon. They want to play balanced against Dijon. They're going to play with 5 defenders. Is that Andre Wisdom? It is. And there's Andros Townsend. What is going on? Dijon has some very, very strange. Eli Room. They have some very strange. A jetty? Surely not the Ajeti I'm thinking of. But this is the same 11 that I said we were going starting in the last game. Unfortunately, Schallenberg is not fit to play today, so he's going to have to sit this one out. Somewhat unfortunate. From the friendlies we played, a couple of our players have decent ratings from the last 5 games. Some of them, not so much. Main striker, box-to-box midfielder, not having a great time. Mastrorovic, 6.56 as well. Not great. Alui, 6.38. It's not what you want to be seeing, but alas, we're going into this game. I love how it's like, oh, you played a friendly. Now you're playing your first game of the season. Everybody is going to be changed for this game, which is fairly obvious. You know, our last game, one of the assistant managers, I'm not sure which one, was in control of it. It's got nothing to do with me, really. So we're going to pump our fists and say we play the game we're capable of winning. Okay. Didn't get the players on side as much as I'd hoped. A lot of players are well. Okay. Farassi is complacent. Prairie Liege is nervous, which I'm surprised by. Wouldn't expect him to be nervous, but we're starting off the season with a nice home game against Dijon Mustard, who are actually playing in yellow today. So it is properly Dijon Mustard colour. We're going to chuck an encouragement out straight away. Bufal almost scored within 5 minutes. That would have been so nice had we scored within 5 minutes. Barassi is complacent. I don't like these complacent. And Pereira Liege is for some reason apprehensive. I am not sure what is going on with my players, but they're. Andros Townsend does what Andros Townsend does best, loses the ball, but unfortunately we give it straight back to them, and it's been booted clear again. We're just kicking the ball at each other, really. Nobody's doing anything of note, but it's just an awful lot of kicking the ball at each other. I say that, and Dijon have only gone and scored a goal, so we are going to demand more. We're going to skip this highlight because it's not that interesting. I do not want to lose my first game as manager of Angers. Northing Davies wins the ball back. I'm not sure who that was that took the shot, but it did not come off, and goalkeeper sat down and went the very obvious wrong way. Ooh. So the assistant manager that we're talking to today is Romain Poirier. We have another one called Deniz, I think. I'm not sure. I've never had 2 assistant managers before, so this is very interesting. It's confusing, because I'm not sure who's telling me what to do when they're telling me to do stuff. So be interesting to see what if that makes any difference during the season. A game has pooped itself. Prayer Liège gets round to Chu. Mohamed Ali Chu has managed to score just before halftime, so it's 2-1 now. Acosta is playing a 6.3. He's been terrible to this point. Everton also not having the best of games. We're going to pump our fists and say everyone, no. Come on, lads. I know you're not big fans of me, but come on. So we don't really have anyone that we can take off. Well, I suppose we do, but I don't really want to change my right back. He doesn't speak French. So everything, once he learns to speak French, we'll be flying. We're going to encourage the lads, which has fired the majority of them up, or motivated them. Everton with the throw. PreMatch gets a 40. Jakic. Whoa! Jakic, the halfback. This is something I noticed in FM20 as well. I played with a halfback for a couple of seasons with Hertha, and I think I tried it with Ghent for a period of time as well. Halfbacks are insane. They score quite often. So if you're looking for someone to score some goals for you, grab a halfback. The season that never got onto YouTube with Hertha, our second top goal scorer was actually a halfback, which I don't know if that says how bad we were at attacking or how good he was, because he did score 4 in one game, which I hadn't really seen happen before. We're going to bring on Matthias Lopes. I'm going to call him Lopes. We're going to bring him on because Traore has been absent, I want to say. He's not been hugely involved in everything's come off as well, because he's just been having a bit of a mare today. We'll make our final change. Boufal, or do we take off Sagnan? Take off Sagnan, give Kevin Boma his debut. No, be his second game for us. I know it doesn't really, it's not an attacking change, but I want to get, oh no. The only thing we really have on the bench is wingers, and I don't really want to take either of my wingers off because they've both been playing fairly well. But I feel like this is not the smartest decision. Acosta does get there. I did consider taking Acosta off, but I'm well aware that that's not something generally you want to be doing. But thankfully, Ferreira boots a clear. Lopez back the net. Maybe Lopez starts next game, because he originally was the one that was going to start as our starting striker this season, and when Traore came in, or Toure came in, he lost his starting spot. So maybe we need to reconsider that. Norton Davies can get the ball over. Jakic, Boma, Jakic gets it back to Boma. Cho with the header. It's now gone to PreMatch. Cho's through, and he just tapped it back to the keeper. This is I'm not liking this highlight. Unless Room makes a mistake, he doesn't. Gets it quite a beautiful pass. Pierre is through for his hat-trick, and Pierre gets his hat-trick. So we are going to can't shout at the lads. Acosta has not filled himself with glory today. There is a high potential of him not starting the next game, because he was not great. 6.1. I don't think he starts the next game. We had an XG of 2.45. Scored 3. They had a 0.89 XG. They had 4 shots, 3 on target, scored 3 goals. I'm going to thrash my arms. That was not good enough. I've motivated them. Maybe I just need to be angry. Maybe I just need to be like, hey, dudes, what are you doing? This is not good enough. I was weary of the left back's position with Aitnori being sold, but Reese, Norrington, Davies did quite well, if I do say so myself. Everton, not so much. But again, doesn't speak French, neither does Acosta. So you can kind of cut them a little bit of slack because of that, but at the same time, we should not be losing like that. We were shocking in the first half, and then our keeper was just terrible for the entire game. That was less than ideal. So, what was the fan day? Fantastic. That was 17,000. That's like, yeah, not far off our capacity, which is definitely going to help for the rest of the season. Finance wise, we have 25 million in the bank, 19 million in the transfer budget. We have a little bit of a wage budget left over. Most of this is because of the Aitnori sale. It's been interesting to see how it gets on in Palace. Not the club I would have thought that he would have gone to, but Again, Nori escapes me in FM. Did it all of last year. Doing it again this year. It's just. So when are we going to come back for the next episode? I think we come back for some game in October, just so we can get a couple of games in, because it seems to only be like 3-4 games a month. Maybe come back for Bordeaux, Monaco. Should be interesting. Bordeaux, to be fair, started their season against PSG, so I would take their 20th position at the end of the first round of games to heart. And then Monaco are a team that are expected to be fighting up the top. We are only expected, we are expected to be kind of mid-table. We'll see what happens. Mid-table is acceptable. I wouldn't mind getting mid-table. We do need to fix managerial support. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. So, with all of that being said, if you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. A subscription would be fantastic for the new club. A like would be amazing as well. Leave a comment down below. Do you think, what formation should we be playing? Is the 4-3-3 DM wide a bad idea? Or should we do what I know best and just throw a 4-2-4 out there and just try and smash teams? Because that's more than likely what I'm going to end up doing when this goes horribly wrong. But we'll wait and see. I'm not going to count my chickens yet. We'll see how bad the form goes. But, only time will tell. We have a 2-year contract. We'll see how we get on at Angers. Hopefully we don't fail. If we fail, I'll be really disappointed, because we just bought a mansion. Just bought a really big house. So, spending a lot of money on it. But yeah, thank you for watching, fellas, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!